Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Is retirement better than I expected? Hey man, I got this question the other night on that live, and I don't really feel that I fully addressed it, so I figured I'd make a video about it. I forget who it was from, man. I'm sorry, boss, but and I answered it okay, but there's a lot more to it than that, you know. I hey man, I said, hey man, I don't think it's I can't say that it's better than I expected because I really didn't expect anything out of retirement. I didn't want anything but us to live just as good once I retired as we did before I quit working. You know, that's really all I was looking for. And fortunately, man, it's been that way for us. So, but hey, man, I feel better, man. You know, um, I like to say I'm a little healthier against all my best efforts. you know, uh, I'm not tired all the time, man. You know, I'm not. I don't ache or hurt nowhere near like I did when I was working. Little stuff like that. But not only that, man, you feel so good in retirement inside. For me, anyways, man. I don't know how anybody else is, but I'm a little calmer. I'm a little bit more kicked back. I'm happier. I seen some people. Somebody said one time here on a comment. It's been a while back now. Said I was in constant chill mode, and pretty much that's the way it is. You know, and hey man, I've said on here before. It's about the only way to understand it, how you feel in it, is in retirement is to retire. But the closest I can come to explain it to anybody is, it's like a second childhood. It really is, man. For me, anyways, man. You look back, you take you a minute and try and enter the recesses of your mind and think about when you was a little kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, and you were on summer break. Man, the sun come up in the morning, man, and you hit the door. Where you were going or what you were doing didn't really make no difference, man, because you knew you was going to have a daggone great day. And the stuff you'd get into. You might be down at the creek skipping rocks or catching some frogs or crawdads, or you might have a pickup game of baseball or something like that going on. Or maybe you're just running through the woods, having a ball, making your little fort or something. And that evening, you'd run out and catch you some lightning bugs in a jar, maybe play a game of flashlight tag before you went to bed or before you went in the house. You went to bed that night, man, excited about tomorrow because today was such a great day and you knew tomorrow was going to be the same thing. That's the way retirement for me is. It's the variety of activities. It's a spontaneity, of when that I'm going to do something. It's just the overall enjoyment of living life, man. Just like when you was a kid, no pressures. It was before you started becoming an adult and had the pressures, the responsibilities. Bunch of birds try to land over here. And life has a tendency to wear you down, and when you get into retirement, man, you're able to get that feeling back. That it's just a comfort with life. You know what I mean? So in that aspect, man, it's a lot better than I ever expected. I didn't never expected it to feel that way. You know what I mean? But being retired, I can't say it's any better than I expected. But the way you feel in retirement, it's a whole lot different. you get back at that childhood that you lost somewhere along the way. For me, anyways, man. And feeling like that, man, I don't care what I'm doing in retirement, it don't feel like I've worked. I don't feel like I've worked a day in retirement. I don't care whether I'm grubbing out a stump or digging post holes, painting a house, or whatever it is, man. It just doesn't feel like work. It's part of my day. Hey, man, things go wrong in retirement too, man. I mean, life don't quit when you retire. But when you're coming from a place like that where inside you're feeling good about every daggone thing without a care in the world, you know, it makes you able to ride out them tough spells a little bit easier, I think. It has us, you know. And I'll tell you another thing, that daggone that first year for me, I mean, I kind of consider that a waste, you know. Just be careful when you first go out that first year. It might not be, you might not get to everything you want to get to. It might not be as grand as you think, which is understandable. And that's where I screwed up last year. I got down on myself because I didn't do anything, actually accomplish anything I wanted to that first year. And I thought I was just goofing off. But I was actually learning, man. You know, I was getting comfortable. You know, I was getting rid of old habits. I was getting rid of old concerns or fears I might have had. You know, we were developing last year is what we was doing. It was a learning year for us. And then towards the end of the year, man, I mean, we started getting into groove. You know, and this year's been so much better. I mean, that first year is a good year. It's an important year. It's a busy year, a big year. But that second year, man, once you start getting your sea legs under you, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I mean, I, you know, yeah. Oh, and I had a comment, just coincidentally, last night I was answering some comments. The Legion Theater Group, I believe is the name. I might have it a little twitched up, but they said it was the same. He was saying the same thing. You know, he might be a little older now. His body's not the same, but he still has the outlook and personality of like when he was a kid. You know, and he said something on there that down towards the end, he said he felt like he was a kid getting away with being an adult, and I mean that sums it up right there, man. You know, that's exactly how it feels for me, anyways, man. You know, I don't know, man. But that was a great question, man, and I kind of half answered it, and I kind of wanted to explain the, the the feeling part of it, you know. And I'm telling you, man, that you know, it's hard to wake up one day when you're 60 and realize that, hey, man, you pretty much you're the same person you've always been. You know, naturally I was like that stuff, but you know, it kind of gets tamped down over your working life because you got so many responsibilities, worries, concerns, you know, and you have to put it away. But in retirement, man, the world is wide daggone open to you. The only limitations is what you put on yourself. That's the way I feel, man. You know, I don't know. But listen, man, y'all take care of yourselves, man. You have a great weekend, man. And we'll talk to y'all later.